Now here is a little something that you might find interesting. I am often fascinated by these graphs that we used to study as kids, the food web graph. So if I look at a simple food web graph here, I'm just going to search this on Google Images, and well, yes, this is one example. If the image is not quite big, so maybe this one would be better. Open image in a new tab. Okay, anyways, so look something like this. Let me see if I can just show a clear picture. So necessary tabs popping up. Open link in open image in new tab, and well, yes, right. So this kind of food webs here, all of you might have seen such kind of structures in your school days. So tell who eats whom, basically. Deer eats trees and snakes eat deers. Oh god, that's scary. So on and so forth. So even this entire thing, it can be represented as a graph, right? Just like how we did it here. So you can give different names to different vertices, which could be representing each animal or something like a tree or grass here, and then you can plot it in the same way. But what is more interesting is this is just an add-on. So although throughout the playlist we are going to stick to Python Igraph because it can be easily merged with machine learning in the future, what you might also want to explore is igraph in R. So R is another language where you can do the same thing. So I was interested in seeing that instead of having, you see, this kind of boring circles that we did here, can I actually put the images and make something which looks exactly like this? And when I tried to do that as just a toy example, I was able to create something like this. Now it is definitely not as tempting as this, but then the point is, this figure that you see here, it has been generated with the help of a code. So you can do a similar thing with Python Igraph also. Might require you a lot of advanced knowledge and a lot of searching and some additional libraries. But then these things are very easily done with our iGraph. So this is a little code. So you need not worry about the code. Maybe I'll just zoom it in. And this is a little bit code where you can also feed in your images as your vertices. And then instead of having circles as your vertices, you can also have these kind of pictures there. And then that raises the question, what should I learn? Should I learn iGraph in Python or should I learn iGraph in R? And well, the answer is that depends on what kind of application you are working with. Throughout my research career, I have worked with both of these. I have actually worked with NetworkX, that's only in Python, and then iGraph in Python and iGraph in R. And actually I had to switch iGraph to R when I wanted to visualize graphs. So if you just want to analyze graphs and apply some machine learning algorithms or learn some graph neural networks, Python is a go there. But if your objective is to do some basic graph analysis and you really want to plot some aesthetically pleasing graphs, so you can create very beautiful graphs with the help of our library. Maybe we can even search it here, our iGraph visualization. It gives you like damn good looking graphs and works on like very large scale graphs also. If I could, so take a look at this graph, it looks like this one especially. So you can create this kind of very beautiful looking graphs with the help of R. You can also do some interactive plotting where you can, so this one I think is also okay. This one is with Python iGraph, but then R iGraph, it also gives you interactive plots where you can pull around vertices and do a lot of interesting things. So again, I'll repeat, I'm going to stick with Python iGraph, but if your sole objective is only to visualize graphs, then you can also proceed with R iGraph. And I think that once you learn any one programming language, switching to another should not be very difficult for you. So that was just an option I wanted you to know. So in the next video, we'll again continue with iGraph in Python.